So I met Joy and Davie in the fall of 1981. I was a junior at Yale. I was living in Calhoun College, one of the residential colleges. Davie was the master of Calhoun College. And I had just come back from a year's leave of absence. I went to China. I fancied myself a budding revolutionary, and I went off to see what that was all about, and I came back, and I met Joy and Davie for the first time, and they seemed so establishment to me. They seemed like the epitome of master's tea. Come to master's tea. And I thought, there's no way I could have anything in common with them. They were so nice, and they were so gracious, and so polite, and so smart, and so musical, and I thought, I'm all about the revolution. I'm not sure I belong in that house. Little did I know. So we met, and of course Davie, who was born in China, took an immediate interest in my year in China, and what I had learned there, and why I had gone, and so we quickly realized that we were, in fact, so much alike, and so committed to the same values and ideals. And that was an amazing thing for me, because at that time I didn't really know any grown-ups that I admired. All the revolutionaries were under 20, right? And here was this amazing revolutionary woman who had just read Food First, and I had just read Food First, and it was all about hunger and the causes of hunger and what we could do about it. And here was Davie, not just preaching about social justice, but then doing it. They weren't just preachers, they were doers. And that was incredibly inspiring and provoking to me. And so I remember over the next 2 years, many, many meetings in their home, organizing against apartheid in South Africa, organizing for peace in Central America, organizing in favor of the clerical workers on campus who were trying to get a better wage, learning about food issues, learning about hunger. I mean, on and on. They were so involved. And they brought amazing people to campus, and we had amazing debates, and then they did stuff. It wasn't just about the talk, it was about the doing. So, the cause of that day was the Central American crisis. You may recall, 1979, Nicaragua, after 45 years of dictatorship under the Somoza regime, Nicaragua was liberated. And there was hope in the air with the Sandinista revolution. There was hope for poor people, and that was something that in my romantic, idealistic heart was very appealing. And we organized together, Joy and Davie and I. And as the time for graduation grew near, I had to figure out what I was going to do. This is the day I graduated, 1983.
Is that really you?
That's me! When my daughter saw this picture, she said, "You look like Harry Potter." Wisdom from the mouths of babes. And you know, of course, Harry Potter, the books hadn't been written yet, but if they had been, I think I quite felt like Harry Potter at that time. Because I was about to get on a broomstick and fly off to a great adventure. This day, in this moment, either right before or right after this picture was taken, I told Joy and Davie what I had decided to do now that I was a graduate. I told them that I had decided to go off and join the Nicaraguan Revolution. And I didn't have much money, so I also told them that I was buying a one-way ticket. I was buying a one-way ticket to go off and join that cause because I believed in it, and I didn't know when it would end, but that didn't matter because I knew I was on the right track. I'd already told a couple of people, a couple of grown-ups, what my plan was. And everyone tried to talk me out of it, of course. The war was already going, the Contra War was going. It wasn't a very safe place to go. Joy was the first person who said to me, when I told her I'm off to Nicaragua, she was the first person that said to me, "Good for you, you do that. Good for you." And that's the way they worked to me. It was always about follow your heart, follow your passion, and wherever you find your place in the struggle, that's where you